So what can I possibly say that hasn't been covered ad nauseum by every other tuber on this device? What can I do to set myself apart? What can I do to make sure people actually watch this video? I gotta stand out from the crowd, so I've gotta do something outrageous to make sure people watch and click the link and I get some of that sweet referral income. So what am I gonna do with this Coal Engine P2? I'm gonna blow it up. I'm gonna take it on an undersea adventure. I'm gonna cover it in molasses. I'm gonna deep fry it. I'm gonna tie it to a really big balloon. I'm gonna set it on fire. I'm gonna shoot it out of a cannon. I'm gonna shove it up my I'm gonna shove it up my dick. You know, I don't really give a shit if anyone else laughs at my jokes because I'm the most important person in the world. I only care about myself and I make myself laugh, and that's all I care about. What is up, guys? Technicals here, aka the last tuber on earth to get the Coal Engine P2 from Jingle Mining. Link in the description below over to Jingle Mining. I've covered a couple FPGAs in the past, namely the CVP13 from Bitware, also the hash altcoin BlackMiner F1. Haven't heard a lot from them in a while. This one's a little bit different. Algorithms are different. Interface is a little bit different, but a lot remains the same. I do like FPGAs. I always have. Thank you once again to Jingle Mining for this opportunity. Daze nebe giwoi go. And once again, thank you to Jingle Mining for sending this device over for me to take a look at. They didn't pay me for this, but hopefully I'll get money off the views, and whatever coins I mined in this 2 weeks, I'm keeping those. Plenty of other channels have reviewed this device and verified that everything works on it, and here's some B-roll of what I found. I did every algorithm, and it came out to pretty much exactly what they said it would on their website. So performance-wise, you know, it's one for one. It does what it says it's gonna do. It performs as should. You're getting exactly what you pay for. Really, the only thing I can offer is whether or not someone should buy this device. Now, this is the third FPGA that I've reviewed. I did the CVP13 back in the day from Bitware. I also did the hash altcoin BlackMiner F1, which was kind of one of the first FPGAs to have that ASIC form factor in, you know, in the square metal box with the fan in and fan out. And I really like those. I always have. So if you're unfamiliar, FPGAs or field programmable gate arrays are kind of a bespoke sort of highly technical device that can be reprogrammed for, you know, various things. They're used across the industry, everywhere, aerospace, telecom, military, etc. Because they are high powered. For our application, mining, people will program them to mine various algorithms. So they're like this in-between between GPUs, which are highly flexible, and ASICs, which are not flexible at all, but very powerful. So it's kind of like right there in the middle. The big difference being is that you have to have a bit stream, which is like the software that runs, or the firmware rather, I guess is more an apt description, that runs on the device that mines the algorithms. It's not as simple as running a mining program in Hive OS or Windows for your GPUs. Someone's got to make those bit streams. A nerd out there has got to program these things to mine on those algorithms. And because FPGAs are used in the development of ASICs, you know that if a coin has been determined worthy for its algorithm to be mined on an ASIC, it's going to be on an FPGA first. And so you can kind of have some confidence there that, like, well, you know, people that are in the know say this coin is worthy of an ASIC, so now it's on an FPGA, so you can kind of have some confidence that the coin is going to be around for a little bit. So that leads kind of into let's just do the cons first, the things I don't like about the device, just for absolute fairness. The one thing FPGAs in general, I don't like that you're beholden to whoever's making bit streams to develop bit streams. Because if people stop developing bit streams for this device, then you have no way to mine. You're just stuck with the bit streams that you have now. And so as new coins come up, you're hopeful that people will develop and release those bit streams right away. Good part is for this kind of device, because Superscaler's been really good about releasing bit streams pretty quickly as soon as they're available, you can kind of rest assured that, you know, their interests are aligned with yours because they want to get a bit stream out to you so you continue to use and more people continue to buy their device. Another con, a lot of the program that is used to run and configure, program the bit stream, burn it onto the device, a lot of it's still in Chinese. I would have liked to have seen a port to English or, you know, hire a translator to kind of do that in between. So I know that, you know, they kind of rush to develop these things, so it makes sense to me that a lot of it's still in Chinese. And once you know where the buttons are, it's not that big of a deal, but a con nonetheless. Finally, it's loud. I mean, ASICs and high-powered devices, they're loud. The fans are going to be loud. It's kind of the name of the game. Comes with the territory with these devices, and there are solutions that you can explore after the fact to make it quieter. Things I do like about it are it's on the lower end of the power consumption sort of scale. If you're an at-home miner and you're not looking to install, heavy infrastructure, 30 amp circuits and whatnot, you could get away with running this on a dedicated 20 amp circuit. You'd be well under your limit, assuming your power supply is capable of 120 or 240, depending on where you are in the world. You could get away with it. And that doesn't address the noise or the heat that it produces, but in terms of power, you could do it. Another thing I like about it versus like something like, say, the CVP13 is that because it's being released by this company, and this company is developing Bitstreams, or the Superscaler is, you kind of know that there's already a pipeline there. Back when I was mining on the CVP13, or even by extension the Black Miner F1, you were kind of looking for these independent programmers to come up with these Bitstreams and release them in hopes that you could get on that. So you know that at least there's somebody there working on it. And speaking to that, the price versus performance is great. Again, like I said, all the hash rates listed on the website are exactly in line with the results that I got here. And so after I did my initial testing, for the remainder of the time, I just put it on Carlson hash, on Nice hash, for the rest of the time, and it was generating somewhere in the neighborhood of, on the low end, $5, on the higher end, $15 per day. The other thing I like about it too, and FPGAs in general, is like I was saying, if a coin's been determined that it's gonna go ASIC, then it's gonna probably be on an FPGA first, and typically when something goes on an ASIC for whatever reason, conspiracy theories, of ASIC manufacturers pumping the price of coins so people buy their devices, there's typically like a run up there. So you're going to be kind of first in line in terms of your power. You're going to have that much more power over a GPU. Now, that's not going to last once it comes out to ASIC, but again, you're existing in a prime spot there as those coins transition from GPU to ASIC. All right, shill technicals, you want me to buy this thing or not? I think it depends entirely on where you are in your mining journey. Me personally, I'm starting to subscribe to the school of thought that you shouldn't do things on a budget in mining. Now, every tuber puts out budget this, budget that, mining on a budget, building on a budget. I'm starting to think you just kind of bypass that altogether, and if you want to get into mining, you just gotta go for like the higher end stuff, and then you upgrade when you can, because on the budget side of things, maybe not so much. So I would say if you're just getting into mining, I would certainly lobby for that, going for a device like this, because the price of this device is about $3,900 listed on Jingle Mining's site right now. That's not on the insane end of the scale, in my opinion. Plus, something comparable, if you're building a CPU rig, it's like $1,000 at least, or close to it, to do a CPU rig that's of respectable power. A GPU rig, multi-$1,000. FPGA is going to be one single device, easy to sort of configure and operate, and it's going to have the flexibility of different algorithms. Or if you're an at-home miner looking to up your game and kind of graduate onto the next level, and you're not maybe convinced on ASICs and mining being set on one algorithm, married to that algorithm and that device, then maybe that's a good option for you as well. Me personally, I would buy this device if it had if there was like 1 or 2 more bit streams available for it, I'd absolutely buy it. Because I'm currently in the market for another device, and I do like FPGAs. I like that flexibility. So, I would say if there's probably 1 or 2 more bit streams, because this Ironfish just forked away, so this device was previously able to mine Ironfish. That's no longer possible. It currently does mine a lithium, but a lithium ASICs are already starting to hit the network, and so that one's kind of going away. You can still mine it, but it really is not going to make sense here soon. But then again, if I was going to wait around for 2 more bit streams to hit, then everybody would jump on it and want it at the time, and then the price would go through the roof, and there'd be a long delay in getting it. And again, that's no different with really every other device in mining. I'm not going to make an actual recommendation on whether you should buy it or not, because I don't know your situation, but I will say the device says what it's going to do. It's profitable. It seems to be high quality, and so take that from that what you will. And if you have an issue with YouTubers making money off referral links, then don't use my link. Don't do it. Go to Jingle Mining's site directly and buy it. You could use my code, TheTechnicals, for a discount. Or you could not, and I won't get any credit, and I don't care. What are you going to do now? I've left you nowhere to go. So that is my rip on the Coal Engine P2X. Very high quality device. Thank you again, Jingle Mining, for sending it over for a review. I hope to do more reviews with them and work with them in the future. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this device or FPGAs in general in the comments below. Have you used one before? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What's your hang up? Are you considering getting one, or are you just staying tried and true with GPU, or are you going hard and fast with ASIC? If you like content like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and like this video for more content like this. I'm TheTechnicals. See you next time.